First off, I'd like to talk about a couple questions I got when I first posted the normal pressure flip trick tip. Your trucks don't need to be tight. These are actually pretty loose. And your board doesn't need to be especially small or anything. This is a 7.9, and it's the easiest board for pressure flips that I've ever had. So, you want to set your feet up about like this, with enough of your front toe hanging off to keep you balanced, since your heel should be hanging off with your back foot. And the trick, it works essentially just like a pressure flip. I mean, the technique is completely different, but the physics of it are just the same. What you want to do is pop down the side of your tail right here. And the goal is to push this part of the tail to be about right here. And you want to sort of go under with it. So you pop down and you push it ahead of you. And then when you do that, it starts a little bit of front side momentum and a little bit like a kickflip. When it comes around like that. The best thing about doing pressure flips is that you can practice just standing right next to your board. Like, so if you have trouble flipping it when you're rolling, just try standing next to it, getting used to popping it, and practice that for a while. One of the main problems with this trick is getting your back foot back on top of the board, because when you pop, you push forward, and then you have to bring it back, and that's a big issue for some people. You know, you pop and you sort of are more focused on following it with your front foot and catching it than bringing this foot back, and because of that, you tend to land with your toes down, and it's just something you really have to focus on. There's no real trick to that. The second thing that happens is that the board flies behind you like a frontside shove it does sometimes. And it's not so big of an issue with this trick because the tail is sort of sliding on the ground, so it doesn't force a pivot with the wheels, it slides ahead. And the solution is the same. Since your foot's right on the corner there, you shouldn't have too much trouble forcing it out in front of you. One more thing to keep in mind is that this trick we should learn at a pretty moderate pace. If you go too slow, the tail slides a little bit, so if you're going really slow, the tail will just sort of catch because there's too much friction. And if you go really fast, sometimes it'll slow down too much and it'll end up behind you. So you learn them going a decent speed, and then you can speed up more and more, and it shouldn't be too big of a problem. If the board keeps landing upside down, or it sort of dies, like it starts to flip and then just sort of falls, you're probably doing the motion too slow. Like I was saying, the board slides. So if you're about right here and you're really pushing down on the board, you know, it just drags and it slows down and stops. So you want to keep that motion really fast and really quick. Just snap it over there as fast as you can. And that's pretty much it. Just watch the videos I have for you and keep practicing. You should get it.